Hello, I'm Cecylia Woloch. I'm an American poet. It's an honor to share a statement for the commemoration of the Roma Holocaust. In 1865, the writer Gustave Flaubert sent a letter to the writer Georges Sand, in which he wrote, "I visited a camp of gypsies at Rouen. They excite the hatred of the bourgeois, even though inoffensive as sheep. This hatred is linked to something very deep and complex. It is found in all orderly people. It is the hatred that they feel for the Bedouin, the heretic, the philosopher, the solitary, the poet. And there is fear in that hatred." As someone who was born American, who has always enjoyed the rights and privileges of being a U.S. citizen, the fortunate daughter or granddaughter of immigrants from Poland and its southeastern borderlands, I have perhaps spent an inordinate amount of time thinking and reading and writing about the Holocaust of World War II. Horrific events that took place before I was born, in a place I'd never seen until I was already a young woman. But as a human being, an artist, and as a citizen of the world, as someone who embraces the Romani part of her heritage, however anecdotal and undocumented, the attempt to eradicate the Roma people, along with the Jewish people of Europe, disabled and homosexual persons, and to enslave those who did not conform to the Nazi Aryan ideal, feels very personal to me. It was, after all, an attempt to eradicate the non-conforming, to eradicate not only the people themselves, but what they stood for. It was an assault on the spirit that animated those people in particular, but also on the very soul of the world. The Roma people throughout their history have represented a kind of personal freedom long envied by those less free. Known for their music, for their close communal bonds, and their defiance, their insistence on being who they were, who they are, despite persistent persecution and poverty, their insistence on the joy of creativity, on the life of the spirit, on passion and imagination. They were targeted for extermination. Because the inner life, the creative, that flame that's within each of us, and that artists and musicians and poets seek to keep alive, and the sense of community and joy and transcendence that its expression fosters among people, always poses a threat to authoritarian and totalitarian regimes. For the Nazis of 80 years ago, as for the despots of all times and of today, the danger that threatens their power is the power of the human imagination, the human spirit. This is what, for me, the attempt to destroy the Roma people represents, an attempt to destroy the spirit and the imagination, not only of the Roma, but of all of us. It seems we may be facing a similar threat now, and standing against it with our songs and poems and capacity for love and joy seems to me not frivolous, but an urgent task. In the past year, I've had the pleasure and the honor of working with two Roma artists, Bogomia Della Mata from Poland and Cristo Osorio of Spain, on a collaborative presentation based on my poems and incorporating music and dance. While my book-length poem, Tsigan, deals in large part with the persecution of the Roma throughout history, and especially during the Holocaust, Bogomia and Cristo insisted that our presentation should also be a celebration of the creative spirit, that it should also be joyful. At the end of the performance, the entire audience of more than 100 people joined us in dancing and singing. So many people said to me afterwards, "I needed this. I didn't know how much I needed it." In dark times, there will always be singing. In times like this, when history seems to darken the skies again, we must persist in singing. Of the darkness, yes, but also of our own histories, of the creative spirit that cannot, must not be extinguished. What kind of world would it be for any of us without music, poetry, imagination, human connection, love? I come to you by the Roma poet Papusha. I did not come to you so that you would give me food. I come so that you will believe me. I did not come to you for your tiny coins. I come so that you will hand them out to everyone. I come to you from ragged tents, ripped by winds and swept away by floods. I ask you all, please, old people and little children and beautiful girls, build houses as silver as tents that stand in the forest, whitened by frost. I did not come to you for your tiny coins. I come so that you will invite everyone in, so that you will not make a dark night out of a bright dawn. Thank you.